Hello learners, I am Dr. Subodh Kesharwani, working with Indira Gandhi National Open University in an associate professor capacity. The topic which I am going to talk today is a third lecture in a row, which is part of our course called BCOS 183, which is Computer Application in Business, and this is a third semester course, and we are going to talk about this web applications. So when you are going to talk about this web applications, you will find out this. We have already talked about introduction to introduction to computers and then application of computers, because this introduction to computers had given a brief about the computers, what exactly the computers is, and we have seen that with the change of time, computer is no more a computer which talks about laptop or which talks about keyboard or mouse. It is one step ahead to that, and today's in today's scenario the computer is more like a smartphone. So the second lecture was talking on the application of computers, that how the computer is going to apply in various industries. Either it could be the financial industry or the banking industry, or the e-commerce portal or the governance. So everywhere we have find out this, there is a great use of application of computers, and today trend talks about that without computers there is no, the corporate world or the society is not going to execute or run. So anyway, the third lecture is going to talk on web applications, which is again a part of the 4 credit skill enhancement course, and it's talk about the certain aspects. And if you see this web application, there was a time when we talk about the website, and there is a time when we talk about the applications and there is a time when we talk about the apps. So application is nothing but an app. So if you talk about this web application, app based application is going to give certain things in this direction, and genesis behind web application is this GUI and browsers, then business logic, then data access, then web server, data storage and database. So if you see this GUI is nothing but a graphical user interface. So going into the backdrop, you find out that Microsoft had come up with their first operating system called disk operating system. So this operating system was purely the coding base or and no features having the graphics. So if you want to run anything, if you want to execute anything, you have to put the command. So you have to write certain codes, and that code is going to run. After certain time, what happened, this graphical user interface had come up, and from there the browsers have come up. If you talk about the Internet Explorer, which could be the first browser, then you have Safari, then you have Opera, then you have Google Chrome, and right now a lot of open source browsers have come up. So this is a web application which had given a roof to that, and from there the email concept had come, and a lot of changes coming day by day. So gradually you find out that that everything is now going to web based. Either you talk about the brick and mortar servers, or you talk about the storing of data, or you talk about the database. Everything is now on the web. So there is no need to carry the hard drives or the physical storage drives. So and the good part is that you can put the data on the web anytime, you can access it, and anytime you can open it. So this is the change which had come up, and you find out that database is changing, business logic is changing, and right now there are certain virtual drives which are available. As I talk about the Microsoft OneDrive or Google Drive, and these drives are one step ahead to that. So and these drives are storing the data, putting the data on the cloud, and whenever you want you can open it, and others can also open it. So this Google Drive are using the blockchain technology, which Satoshi Nakamoto had initiated to regulate the bitcoins, but right now it is using for this Google Drive also. So we will definitely talk about all those aspects, and we see that how the data access is going to play a very important role, because when you talk about the data access, when you talk about the web server, you see that this is definitely going to give organization edge, and virtually they are moving. So software as a service are coming up, infrastructure as a service are coming up, and a lot of customized or the model is coming up where you are providing customized servers or data storage. So what I mean to say that that when you talk about the web application is somewhat different from the web browser or the website. So we will definitely talk about it. This is the first part of the first block. We have already completed the two chapters, and the third chapters talk about the web application. And if you go more into the depth of web applications, you will talk about that we are going to talk about the web browsers, and web browser is also quite advanced when you compare, and we are going to talk about the Google Drives or the cloud-based systems, or Microsoft One, because the approach of the working on a drive is changing. When people are storing the data on the cloud, there was a time when we put our data on the cloud. The reason was that we want to store the data. So anytime if the hard drives or the physical drive or the conventional drive crashes, or the external storage crashes, we can extract the data from the online sources, or from the Google or from the cloud. But right now the model had been changed. We are now storing the data on the cloud, or working, rather we can say we are working on the cloud, so that we can open the applications, so we can work on the application on real time basis. So there is no need to download the data, work and then upload. So this phenomena had changed, where we are directly opening the file on the drive, on the Google Drive or on the cloud server, and edit it, amend it, and then save it. So this cloud-based system had given a roof to the individuals, that they can work on the individual particular file at the same time, at the same juncture. Somebody else can also edit the file. So the one in a one file, the people are located in 3 different locations, or 10 different locations, and they are simultaneously working. So this simultaneous approach can give an edge to the web applications, because the applications are there, and these web applications are the good example is the e-commerce portals, where there was a time when website was more static in nature. It was quite it had a very limited features, and that features were very restricted. You can't have a privilege to amend into it. But right now the model had been changed, where we have observed that you can do a lot of amendments. You can do the shopping, you can buy the product, you can put your reviews, and you can use as a wallet, you can pay your utility bills. So this had given roof to the web applications to work on a real time basis. So when we go more into the depth of this particular topic, you will find out that how this web application is adding a feather in a cap, as far as the e-commerce is concerned, as far as the computer application is concerned, and use of computers in various domains is concerned. So there was a time when computers have a very limited use. It was used for the defense, it was used for the research, other purpose. But right now everywhere you find out there is a great use of computers and the web applications. And app is something which is going to play a very important role. And app is changing with the change of time. For particular corporate house, or for the particular thing, the application is going to be developed, which is more customized, more tailor made. So after studying this unit, you should be able to understand web-based application, understand web browsers and its types, know difference between brick and mortar server and cloud-based servers. So what I was talking about, that there is a great difference between brick and mortar server and cloud-based server. So brick and mortar servers are quite rigid in nature, are quite redundant, and it's costly affairs, and it's requires a lot of storage, lot of space, and then wear and tear is very high. You have to maintain any time the power failure is there or other model is there. So this brick and mortar server fails. So on the other hand, this cloud-based server had taken as a replacement, and you find out that this cloud-based server is more agile, more versatile, and more user-friendly, and it can be more customized and more tailor-made. So that is the beauty of this cloud-based server, and cost is also quite less. There are certain corporates who are providing the software on a login basis. So rather than buying a hardware or a server, you just take a logins. So for this brick and mortar approach, you have to make a server, put the hardwares, then storage and other things. If any accident occurs, in that case the whole brick and mortar servers destroyed. So, but cloud-based servers, you just have to take the logins, and logins are there are certain charges which could be for login, and you can buy the logins. So if the organization is of 1,000 employees, they can go for 1,000 logins, and that login is equipped with all the features which was enabled in the software, and they can store the data, they can use the data, they can reuse the data, they can twist the data, and they can customize the data. And sometimes what happen, other model is also there. So understand how to use Google Drive, highlight the functions of cloud-based system and its usability. We will definitely throw a light on all those things in a more elaborative manner. So this is the difference between web application and website. If you talk about this web application is an app-based application which purely talks about interactivity, integration, and authentication. Website also talks about that in the beginning stage, but it was more confined in nature, having very limited features. It was more static in nature, where you can just read the information. If you want to float anything, you just have to go to the communication box, contacts us box, and put the information. Then somebody will reply as per their own pace. But this web application is more real-time nature. You just float the information, and somebody else can reciprocate at the same time. So this web application in the present scenario is equipped with machine learning or artificial intelligence, where the live chat phenomena is there, and if somebody just float any information or ask any query from the company side, from the company end, then somebody can definitely reciprocate at the same time. So this kind of pedagogy, this kind of model had come up, where real-time information is available. The customer cares are available online, and they are into 24/7 mode. So you don't have to, what I mean to say, you don't have to wait for certain time to get somebody reciprocates. They can reciprocate in a very faster mode, and sometimes the things can be resolved in a more dynamic manner in a very short span. So interactivity, integration, and authentication is very important. You can interact, you can integrate. Integration is very important as far as website is concerned, because when you talk about the website, you talk about the logics. When you talk about the application, you talk about certain the procedures or the methodology. And integration believes in that totality, and totality is always something which could be 100%, not 99.9%. It's the very good example is that when we go into the market to buy a pitcher, and if there could be very small hole in the pitcher, say a minute size hole of 0.1 mm, I think again it is useless, because the water will be flow from that pitcher. So when you are going to talk about the integration, you have to talk in totality, and totality should be always 100%. It should not be 99.9%. So what I mean to say that when you are talking about the web application, you have to take care about certain applications, and these applications are customized and making tailor-made as per the scenario of the individual. So authentication is more important, because today application talks about the commerce. Today application talk about the use of wallets, use of this virtual currency, or the plastic money use, and authentication is very important. So if you talk in an Indian scenario, we are using a 2-layer of security, whereas the Western world is still based on the one-time password. So if you talk about 2-layer of security, and if you have added your plastic money in any wallets or in any web application, it first asks the CVV number, which is given at the back of the credit card or the debit card or the plastic money, and then the moment you put the CVV number, it's redirect to the third portal, where it asks for the OTP, and so from there the bank involvement comes. The CVV number you put in a static manner, and it can redirect the website to the third portal, which is the banking portal, and that banks ask for the one-time password. So it is somewhat more secure as compared to that. So authentication and security is going to play a very important role. And if you talk about this web application, it starts with the research and analysis, then user centric is there, then app development, then test, then deploy, then database. So web application takes into consideration this 3 to 6 channels which is there. And now this is a web browser. So a web browser is a software application. When we talk about the web browser, we know that when internet had been started and we were having an operating system, and operating system, when we talk about, I have already talked about that there is a software and there is a hardware. Hardware is having a physical appearance, software is having a so non-physical appearance, but it is in the form of operating system and system software and application software. And when you go more into the depth of system software, you find out that system software believes in the operating system, and these operating system is nothing but a Windows. If you talk about the Microsoft, if you talk about Apple, it could be Macintosh, or the Red Hat, or Linux, which could be the open source operating system. So open source operating systems are the operating system in which the source are available to the users. Anybody can download the source codes and edit it and customize it and use as per their convenience. So this is the new phenomena which had recently been introduced by the technological world, and so this give roofs to the individual to create their own software, and the coding it could be available on the website. So started with Linux. You see in 1990 the Linux was there. Then you have Internet Explorer in 1993. Then Opera was there in 1996. Then Mozilla Firefox. Then Safari. Then and in 2008 Google Chrome entered, which had given a new way to the Internet Explorer, because it was a part of the Google and Alphabet incorporation. So somewhat getting an edge as compared to the Internet Explorer. Then finally the Microsoft Edge had come up. And if you talk in a present scenario, we are more talking about the app-based scenario where Google Play Store is there. So and this Google Play Store is working on the different platform, and then a lot of other operating systems had there. Android is there. So now you can, if the phone is equipped with Android phones, you can download the Play Stores and download particular app and then start working through that app. So this is a different kind of web browser which is running on the smartphones. So now the smartphone had replaced the computers, and somewhat one step ahead to that. So this application based scenario had come up. So if you talk about the web browser, it is graphical web browsers and non-graphical web browsers. So since today's scenario talks about the GUI interface, that is graphical user interface, so we are more talking about graphical web browsers, where it allows using point and click method to view, read and jump from one web page to another, and in a same smartphones we are using the cascade also. Like what happened, this cascade facility is not that if you want to start one window, you have to shut down the other window, then you can jump. But there are certain applications which are coming up which provide opening of 3-4 windows at that particular platform. So Google Chrome is a cross-platform web browser developed by Google. That is very true. And there are certain the applications which are running in as a front end or back end. If you talk about the front end, the PHP is one of the application software which executes the software and work on a front end basis. Then back end, in the back end we have certain databases, either it could be MySQL or other things. So a lot of softwares are coming up, open source softwares are coming up. If you talk about the Apple is having the Macintosh, then you have Python, then you have HTML, then PHP is there, and then Android is also there working as a software applications which is used for the smartphones. Then WordPress is developing a lot of the tailor-made customized websites or the application which is available ready reckoner kind of and available on the web. So anybody can download that. Then Java is there, then Coffee Beans is there. So this is a way by which the front end and back end works. So if you talk this Google Drive is a file storage and synchronization. It was launched in 2012, and this Google Drive philosophy believes in a real-time storage of data. And what I was talking of, and if you store any file, any slides or any sheets or any forms into that Google Drive, you can, if you give access, or if you are given access or the ownership to the different people, they can do lot of addition into it. So this addition can go on, and there is a storage of 15 GB, or which is free in nature, and if you go over and above to that, it's somewhat, having an optional paid plan. So this is a model which is there. And if you talk about the G Suite is a secure, integrated, cloud-based collaboration. So you see how the pedagogy had been changed. And there was a time when in 2006 this Gmail philosophy had been started, and finally what happened, the drive had come up, and you see right now this Google G Suite is equipped with the Google Duos, where you can do the video callings or the video meets and other things. So Google Meet is also one of the platform, or virtual meet platform is there. So starting from 2006 to 2019, a lot of changes is coming up, where we were just communicating through email, but right now we are communicating more through virtual mode, like Microsoft Team, or the Google Meet, or some other platforms which are there. So we are just moving. There's a paradigm shift from making a PowerPoint presentation, which was product of Microsoft, to a Google Suite, which is having a Google Sheet or Google presentations. So docs, form, sheets, slides and drawings are there, and a lot of other creativity is coming up, where Google Drawings allows users to collaborate, creating, sharing and editing images or drawing. That is more important. So with the change of time, what we observe that technology is changing, and a lot of applications are coming up, which is providing a roof to the individual to change in a more frequent manner, or revamp the things in other things. So Google Documents, Google Spreadsheets and presentation is one of the steps in this direction, where we are just working on the text in a cloud manner. No need of storing the data. If you, for any reason, if the file is open and you have not got an opportunity to save it, automatically it will be saved. So because you are working on a real time basis on a server, so spreadsheet, documents and presentations. And the beauty is that you are whatever the amendments, whatever the corrections you are making in it, at the same time others can also view it and they can make the corrections. And those who are the owner, those who are having a full right, they can see who had edited or rectified the particular file at what time. So the date, time and everything is coming. So there is more chances of fulfillment. So file storage and synchronization service is there, and when you talk about this file storage and synchronization service, it's a two-way synchronization. So it's more bi-directional or both-way synchronization is going on. Whereas when you talk about the other mode of thing, it's a one-way synchronization. So here the recipient and the sender both are working simultaneously and getting the other things. So this cloud-based system, if you talk about, this cloud-based system is a new technology and providing computing services, serves storage, database, networking, intelligence, and over the internet at lower cost. And if you see this cloud-based service is cloud computing started with the application, then you have database, then hybrid cloud is there, then public cloud is there, then private cloud is there, then server is there, then storage is there. So right, and this cloud computing is quite costly affair. It's not like that it is available for all, and because there are certain servers which are now taken care by the big corporates, and we all know that there are certain companies who are dominating this cloud computing market. Amazon is one of the company, and when we talk about Amazon, we think that Amazon is an e-commerce portal, but it's not like that. They are the one who are into the web streaming, and the product is Prime Video. And on the other hand, AWS server is there, and AWS server is one of the most powerful servers in the world, because the capacity is somewhat 5 times or 10 times what the social networking sites are using the servers. Like Facebook is having a servers which have got facilities to provide and storing the data on the cloud computing, because they have got billions of users, and their text messages, their video messages, their images and other storage are available over there. But the AWS server is somewhat more strong when you compare with that, because Facebook provides the in-house facility to their users, but AWS is somewhat providing services for the e-commerce portal as well as to the other portals also, uh, which take their services. So cloud-based computing is an application-based software infrastructure that stores data on remote servers and which can be accessed through the internet. So internet, availability is one of the important challenge which need to be taken care by the underdeveloped countries. And if you talk about the India, I think this internet is going to be reached in all the domains, in all the jurisdictions, because ultimately when you talk about the technology, when you talk about the application, you have to talk in totality, and integration is going to play a very important role. And if the integration is not there, if things are not integrated, ultimately what happen, there would be a challenge. So there would be a front end enables users to access data stored in the cloud using an internet browser or a cloud computing software are there. So this cloud computing software is also available in the market, which is able to provide the services. And on the other hand, this SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS are three main paradigms of cloud computing: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Because when you talk about software as a service, you are more talking about the customization, and customization is something which is very important in the present scenario. If we are not going to customize ourselves, and ultimately things are not going to be tailor made for the particular users. If you the very good example is the Indira Gandhi National Open University example. I think the beauty of the Indira Gandhi National Open University is the contents, and from the day one we have customized the content for the users. We have designed the content. We have make the SLM in a more customized manner, which could be used for the learners. So ready reckoner kind of booklets are there, which could be bifurcated into blocks and then the units. So intention is very clear that courses are and the programs are designed or tailor made so that it can directly serve the purpose of the individual. So if you talk about this software as a service, this is also going to play a very important role, where login based or customized features are there. And if you see this particular if you see the utility of the software, this is again a big challenge, because there are certain surveys, there are certain thoughts which had been shared by the people that if the software have got the 100% features, only 10 to 20% features are going to be used. The good example is the Microsoft Word, or the Microsoft PowerPoint, or the day-to-day software which we are using. We are only using certain portions of it, and there are certain features which is definitely going to be useful, but we are not familiar with that. So this is something where things are going to play a very important role. And if you are going to utilize the services, if you are going to utilize the software service in totality, I think somewhere the things are going to be done. So this cloud-based system is more talking about the customization, or the features which is going to be tailor-made or designed for the particular organization. So when any company or any big companies or the ERP companies like SAP AG, which is a German-based vendor, develop any package, they make a generalized package. They make a generalized package for the e-commerce industry, or make the generalized package for the medical industry, or for the health industry, or for the the education industry. But every university, every system have got their own USP and way of doing the things. So for that they need a customizations. If you talk about Indira Gandhi University, which is a central university, and if you compare Indira Gandhi University with Delhi University, it's altogether different ball game. Delhi University, runs on the with the colleges, and these colleges are more inclined towards the face-to-face education. Where if you talk about Indira Gandhi National Open University, it is having a three-tier approach, that is regional centers and study centers. But the students are learning through distance mode. So for that, if the platform need to be developed or the software need to be developed, no doubt for one university that there must be a different software, and for other university there must be a different software. So this is something which is going to play a very important role. And what I mean to say that this cloud-based system is very important. And if you are going to talk about the cloud-based system, uh, just a minute. So what I mean to say that this is the manner by which the things are going to be controlled, and if you are moving towards the cloud-based model, if you are moving towards the cloud-based analysis, you can away from the brick and mortar mode. So this web application is something which is a need of an hour, and this web application talks about the research analysis, user-centric approach, and how you're going to deploy the things. That is more important. So so what I was talking about, I think we have talked a lot about this web applications, and we see that this web-based application is something which is one step ahead to the present scenario, because we have moved from web browser to web-based, and website-based phenomena is now changing, and the application-based phenomena is coming up. And if you take example of e-commerce or the use of computers in application business, I think this web-based application is one step ahead to that, because this web-based application is purely talking about the application-based thing. So you talk about the gaming, if you talk about the education, all in every aspect this analysis is coming up, this enable approach is coming up. So this there is a web browser, and as far as the Google Drive example which I was quoting about, this Google Drive is as we know that it's follow the blockchain technology, and this blockchain technology is somewhat working as a real-time manner. So we have already thrown a light on this particular thing. The fourth unit is going to talk somewhat in a different manner, and this computer application business, if you see as a whole, this computer application business talks about the usage of computers in business, and the definition of business is changing with the change of e-commerce, with the change of this commerce, and there is a great use of application, because now the application is running on the smartphones, or the smartphones, and through Androids, and there is a use of it. I think we have talked a lot, and in a coming sessions we are going to talk more about the particular theme which is related with computer application business. Thank you very much.